Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my today's video, I am going to be reviewing the Makeup Revolution, the Emily Edit, the Wants and the Needs palette. So if you want to know what my thoughts are about this palette, then please keep on watching. So let me first start by saying that just looking at this palette, it's like a peachy color and like a pink color. It is so old school, like, BH Cosmetic Coastal Scents. These are the palettes that used to come, like, the old Morphe palettes. This is how it was. Just reminds me of the old school palettes like back in the day when I actually started getting that. Was like just 3 or 4 years back. Let me first show you how this palette looks inside. I'm sure you guys have seen it a million times, but this is such a gorgeous palette, you guys. I'll also show you the other palette and then I'll start talking about what I thought about this palette. So this is the Emily Edit, the Needs palette, which is the eye and the face palette. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there. I don't want to keep it in suspense. I loved these two palettes like to death. Now I did 3 looks over here, which you will see in a few minutes. And I'm telling you guys, blending was a dream. Like, I have used, if you guys haven't watched my previous Makeup Revolution video, which I did, I used an eyeshadow, I used their concealer, and I used their foundation. You saw how terrible the blending was, how badly they kind of were blending in the outer corner, and I did use a green shade, and that's exactly why I used a green shade today as well, because I wanted to see if there's any improvement compared to that one. So in that palette, it was terrible. Like, it just didn't blend in my outer corner, which if you haven't seen, I will link it above here so you can check it out. This palette was a dream. I used all the shades right here, pretty much all the shades right here, probably 1 or 2 shades which I haven't used. I just loved it. Let me just say it like that. And then the next one is this Emily Edit palette. I used this as well for my face. So this is what I did. I first used this one as my contour, and then this as a blush, and this as a highlighter. So for one of the looks, I used this as a contour, and the other one I used this as a bronzer, and it just is so pigmented and go light on it. I went like really hard and I had like everything coming out. I had like a lot of fallout because I kept digging into it. It's just beautiful. This palette is beautiful. Now you can use it for eyes and your face. I just like using these shades for my eyes. I also use this shade for my blusher, and they are super pigmented, which is what I have on my face. Like, you can see the highlights one for my blush, and then I use this shade for my bronzing. So yeah, this is an absolutely gorgeous palette. This one is like $20 and the other one is $15, and with like Ulta coupons, like the $3 ones, and they keep coming up with a lot of coupons. So just go, and you don't even have to pay full price for this. Is such a gorgeous palette. You will really enjoy using it. Now I can very confidently tell you that I don't have most of these shades in my collection even. Like, I don't have these shades, although the Norvina may have, but it's not as this. I don't have this one. I don't know, I just love this one. This reminds me of one of the shades from the Modern Renaissance, but it's like a very well put together palette. And if you don't want to spend like ton loads of money on like a high-end palette, just go for this one. You will absolutely enjoy it, trust me. You'll thank me. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the looks. I did do 3 looks for you guys. I have been following her ever since I know of makeup, and I actually started watching her those one brand tutorials where she used to do back in the day. And I had this one eyeshadow that was the L'Oreal Amber Rush eyeshadow, and I think I wanted to know how to create a look just using that one particular product, and that's how I discovered her on YouTube. Yeah, let's just roll right into the video, okay? So starting with the shade Prayer, I'm going to put that all over my lid to set that primer, and you would think that this wouldn't give too much payoff, but I swear this is so pigmented. Next, going in with the shade Cheer, I'm going to put that in the outer corner and then blend it in a windshield wiper motion, and blend it really well so there are no harsh edges that are seen. Next, taking the shade Love Tons, I'm again going to put that in the outer corner and then blend it in. And you guys, this palette is so freaking pigmented. Oh my god, this was such a surprise for me. Then I'm going to take the shade Good Vibes, which is a very beautiful, like a, it's very similar to the Burlesque shade from Makeup Geek. I'm just going to put that on my lids, basically just in the inner 2/3 of my lids, and then I'm just going to take a blending brush which has no shade in it and just keep blending. Then I'm going to take the shade Cheer again and put that in my lower lash line just to kind of smoke it out. And then I'm going to take the shade Dew Spade and again put that in my lower lash line to smoke it out and kind of blend out the Cheer shade. I'm going to take the shade Gratitude and use that as my highlight. In this clip, I did not use the blush shade, but this highlight is so freaking gorgeous. It is just beautiful. Going in with the shade Oh Heavens, I'm going to put that in my inner corners and in my brow bone area. And then moving on to the second look, I'm going to take the shade called as Laugh Cry and put that all over my crease. Basically, I'm going to be using this as a transition shade and also as an overall shade to kind of blend it out and also set my primer, of course. Then I'm going to take this shade Family and I'm going to put that again in my outer corner. Now this is a very matte shade. I did not want to put any shimmer in this. I'm just going to put that in the outer corner and then put it all over my lid. Then taking the shade Pi-Fi, I'm going to put that in my outer corners and then I'm going to just blend it in and use that as an overall shade for my entire lid. Next, I'm going to take this shade called as Honesty and I'm going to use that as my blush, and oh my god, it was so pigmented. Like honestly, these palettes, they really surprised me. Then going in with the Gratitude shade, I'm going to put that as my highlighter, and then I'm going to be taking the shade Faith and actually using that as a bronzer, and this was so pigmented. I didn't expect it. Like very, so just be careful when you put that or use that shade. Next, using Family, I'm going to put that in my lower lash line and smoke it out. Next, I'm going to go in that Pi-Fi shade and put that also in my lower lash line to kind of blend everything in. And there goes my second look, and completely matte, and I really love how this look turned out. Next, let's move on to our third look, which is my favorite look of all. I'm going to be taking the shade Midwest and I'm going to put that again all over my lid to set that primer in. Next, I'm going to be taking the shade Dew Spade and again put that in my outer corner and then blend it in. It's a very cocoa bearish color from Makeup Geek, very similar shade, and this will be suitable for all skin tones. Like this will be a beautiful transition shade for all your skin tones. Even as a crease shade, this is very beautiful. Then I'm going to be taking the shade Apartment and then again put that in my outer corner and then blend it in, and basically just put it all over your lid. You don't have to be too precise about this because we are going to go in with another shade. Next, I'm going to mix the shade Corduroy and Dark and Early and put that in my outer corner. Basically just stamp it in my outer corner, and then I'm going to bring it just a little bit inside. So basically like most of my outer 1/3 is where I'm going to take the shade in, because you need to create a very beautiful smoky eye. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade called as Top Story, which is such a gorgeous gold bronzy kind of shade. I just love this shade. I'm going to just put that in my inner 2/3, basically just take it from my inner corner to midway, a little more than midway. I'm just taking a flat shader brush. I think it is from PAC. Next, I'm going to be taking this shade called as Courage and I'm going to use that as my bronzer again. Now, it was so surprising because I just went on thinking that, I wouldn't get any shade, but it was so pigmented. Like, so much came, and then there was like, obviously a lot of fallout-ish or, kickback actually. So I'm just taking that shade and I'm taking the shade Joy and using that as a blush. Now it looks like it's more brown in the pan, but when it comes on your cheeks, it's more like a peachy shade. Then I'm taking that Apartment shade and I'm going to put that in my lower lash line, and also going to mix those two green shades as Corduroy and Dark and Early. Put that in my lower lash line and then go in with the Gratitude shade as my highlighter, just the usual. So that's about it, you guys. If you like this video, then do let me know what more videos you guys are interested in, so that will really help me out in planning out my content. If you like this video, then don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and also hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And also follow me on my social media. There is a giveaway running, so please follow me on my social media. I might announce it on Instagram and I'll do it on YouTube as well. Also go and check out my next video because that's where the giveaway is running. So yeah, if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, I will link them right here so you can check them out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, mwah. Bye.